Oh, goody.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Zombies here again. And today we're back with another Datamine video. So, new patch dropped, some cool things in it. One of the more notable things, which is super cool, is now cards that create cards, they can create variants of the same variant type. So, Shauna here made a bunch of Dan-Hip Shauna here made a bunch of Dan-Hip 1-drops, including Celine, who isn't actually released yet. So that's super cool. This works across other cards too. Apparently it works with Iron Patriot. It's probably going to work with Arsham, who's getting a Dan-Hip in a day or two. So yeah, cool thing added to the patch. Other than that, I haven't found too much stuff in game itself, other than, you know, a few cards have had their wording changed. Yondu became a exiling card or a banishing card. Yeah, but we'll take a look at that. Let's see what the Datamine stuff has brought us, including what we have to look forward to in the May season. So we can see there are some updates here. A lot of cards got end of turn. That seems to be a keyword they're going to be using more often. I think that makes sense. It just gives a little bit more consistency. Captain Carter got a buff too, going from a 4-2 to 4-3. We saw that last Datamine. But yeah, most of these changes are just adding end of turn instead of the old text, which, sure, makes sense. Dum Dum got a point of power. Oh, this card got changed too. Move your other cards here to the right. Before it was just move your other cards here away. Interesting. This one, each other ongoing card you have in play. That's a little odd. I don't know why they changed that. I mean, you would think because of skills, right? But skills, at least in their current form, don't stay on the board, so I don't know. But yeah, a lot of these cards got just a end of turn text added to them. Hydra Stomper got a point of power. Khonshu, his second form, got a point of power. So small little things here or there, but nothing super major on these cards. Strange Supreme got 2 points of power, which I think makes sense. This card seemed kind of weak as a 0 power card. The first Ghost Rider is a 5 power card, like we saw in the season video. So 2-5, not 2-6. And then the actual change that happened to Yondu, he's banishing now instead of destroying. So RIP using him in mill. Well, you can use him in mill still, but he's not going to be reducing your death. So that's something to keep in mind. Anyway, we got some new cards. So let's talk about the new cards. We have Esme Cuckoo. 3-4 on reveal. Copy a card from your deck into your hand. Set its cost to 3 and its power to 4. This is interesting. This is like a pseudo draw, right? Like you're getting a copy of something that's still in your deck. And if you get the right card, that is a pretty effective thing to set it to, right? Like if you get an Iron Man or a Gore, that's pretty good to have as a 3-4, right? So that card seems like it has quite a bit of potential. It seems very, very strong. Next up, we have Surge. This is another one I think is really strong. 2-2 on reveal. Give the top card of your deck -1 cost and +1 power. After you play it, repeat this ability. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Phastos if they made him good. This card feels like it stole Phastos' lunch money. I could see his card getting changed before release. This seems really, really strong. 2024 was the era of overly pushed 3-drops, and I feel like 2025 is the era of overly pushed 2-drops. Like, we've had Iron Patriot, we've had Sam Wilson, and, well, at least right now, it looks like we're getting some more really strong 2-drops. So it's that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. It seems really strong. I wouldn't be surprised if something changes with this card before release, but it is a very cool concept of an ability. Then we have Prodigy 3-4 on reveal. If this card, or if this is in the back row, copy the text of the card in front of it. So we saw some of this mechanic being explored with some of the last Datamines, and I think it's good they're exploring this space. Snap has a fairly limited amount of design space, so I like that they're starting to explore the the positioning actually being relevant to the effect. I think that's cool, and I think it encourages you to think about how you're playing your cards out more, which I think is usually a good thing in card games. Then we have Elixir 1/1. Activate. The next time one of your cards is destroyed this turn, revive it here. That is interesting, and this, along with another card we're going to look at in a second, Kid Omega, this seems ripe for, like, abusing with Firehair. If you didn't watch the review of the season dropping today, I did. Firehair looks like the scariest card of March to me, and I would not be surprised if Firehair ends up getting nerfed before any of these cards come out. Because she already seems so strong, and there's all these new cards that seem to make her even stronger. Jimmy Lemmy with the tier 1. Thanks for the support, friend. I appreciate it. Enjoy the ad-free viewing experience, the emotes, and these pogfish. Much love. All right, back to the cards. Zorn. 2/3. After any 3 or 4 cost card is played here, move it to another location. That's pretty wild. That's a pretty wild card. Are these the new X-Men? Yeah, these are. I think someone said the theme is new X-Men, because I don't know any of these X-Men. Yeah, Vulture says thank you. So it's cool because you could use it synergistically with move, with like Vulture and stuff, or you could use it to just completely punch out, you know, medium-sized cards in a lane. And I think that's really neat. I think an effect like this is really cool. And we have Kid Omega. This is one I think is especially scary with Firehair. 2/2, activate, destroy the next card you play this turn to gain its power. So it's like Venom, but instead of it being on reveal, it's an activate, and it comes down a turn earlier. That seems really nutty. You get to destroy a card whenever you want with the activate, and then it'll gain that card's power, and then if you have Firehair, it triggers the effect. It's like, seems strong. Seems very, very strong. Then we have Helion. 5/8. Legion's original form. Definitely gives Legion vibes. On reveal, next turn, you can move cards to this location. So he's like Big Cloak, but one-sided. Move, enjoyers rejoice. It seems like a great move card. Although, I think it's statted well enough. This card can just be good as like a mind games type of card. Like, you play this on turn 5, and then your opponent... It's like New York. Do you know if your opponent's going to move the cards to New York or not? You don't. So that seems... I think this card could be strong enough to see play even outside of a move deck. I think it's just a very powerful effect. So pretty interesting. And then last but not least, we have Mercury. 2/2. You can move this once. Ongoing. Enemy cards here cannot move. So we finally got the hate bear for move. Also, the art on this is super cool. This card seems quite strong if move is relevant. Like, slam her down in a Madam Web lane. You don't even have to guess the lane right. You could get the lane wrong and then just move her into the move lane. Cannonball combo? True. True. Guarantees Cannonball will kill the card. So neat. Yeah, these are the 8 new cards here. We'll take a look at the spotlight schedule stuff shortly, but yeah, I think a lot of these are pretty cool. Some of them look kind of busted. Main ones that come to mind are like SMA and Surge and probably Kid Omega. But in general, I think we have a pretty strong suite of cards here. So May season looking pretty powerful. We can see the card backs. I actually kind of like these. These are neat. We have Pit of Exile. Shame it's not a path, but next best thing. Pit of Exile. Cards with 10 or more power can't be played here. There's going to be a new login bonus event for the new X-Men season in May. So we'll see what that is. Spotlights. The upcoming stuff has not changed. And yeah, I don't think these ones have changed either for the What If season. But we did get to see some variants that I think we previously didn't know. Like the Aranya and Speed and I think US Agent. I think that's new information. But here we can see the new X-Men spotlights. So we have Surge, Hope Summers, Emperor Hulkling, week number 1. Prodigy, Sable, and Frigga in week number 2. Elixir, Arsham, and Malekith in week number 3. And Zorn, Ajax, and Scream in week number 4. So we have, those are the 4 cards throughout the season. If we go back to the new cards here, that means the ones we're missing from here are Helion, Mercury, SMA, and Kid Omega. I assume one of these will be the season pass card. Let's see. Is it Zorn? Zorn's in the middle, and that's usually the pass card. Was Zorn not in the spotlights? If so, he probably is. Let's see. Was Zorn in the spotlights? Zorn, yeah, Zorn is in the spotlights. So it must be one of the other ones. Was Kuko the pass card? Usually they make it more clear what the pass card is in the little Datamine stuff, but sounds like she may have been the pass card, which would be cool. Seems neat. Then we have some new albums. This is one I'm personally excited for. Chibi Supremacy, a bunch of new Rian Chibis. Some of these have already come out. Some of them are coming out later. The rewards on this one are surprisingly good, though. 6K tokens. I don't know if we've ever seen that in an album before. That's a lot. Also, these cosmic borders, which are usually a little more expensive. So, pretty cool if you are a Rian fan, such as myself. I'm looking forward to getting the Fenris, especially. He looks great. Then we have Disco's Not Dead. This one's kind of neat. It has 2 variants in it. So disco-themed album, and it has a Disco Deadpool and Disco Spider-Man as the rewards. And the Dazzler vibing emote. Kind of cool. New Conquest variant of Kitty Pryde. Neat. New Ultimate variants for Magneto, Moon Knight, and the Miles one that was available through the web shop for a bit. Promos for Apocalypse and Colossus. New premium season pass variant for White Queen. And then we have a bunch of new variants for various cards here. Some pretty cool ones. Snap always does a great job with all their variants. Big fan. And definitely looking forward to some of these. Again, check out the link in the description if you want to take a look at these yourself. Snapfan always does a great job with all the Datamine stuff, and we appreciate them doing it. So we can get a little preview about what is coming in the future of Marvel Snap. Then we have these variants which got updated dates. Most notably, Cobra coming out in May, so that's probably when this card will come out. Maybe it'll be in an event. We'll have to wait and see, but not on the spotlight, so I assume it's going to be an event card. We have some new titles. Normally I wouldn't talk about this, but there is one title that stands out a little bit. For those of you like me who have been waiting and waiting for your first edition badge, well, now you can be your very own first edition badge. Classic. And then we have bundles. Bundles. So yeah, we'll go through these quickly. Cyclops bundle, Athena bundle. Not all of these have prices yet. I don't know if it's not fully updated or if there just isn't information yet. Could be one or the other, but does give you an idea of the stuff coming to the game. We have another Storm bundle for the 18th Storm variant, or whatever it is. Gold bundle for Cersei. Cheaper bundle for Phoenix Force. $15 bundle for Phoenix Force is, I think, the cheapest. Well, I think there was a Nebula bundle like this too, but it's rare you see a Series 4 or 5 card in a bundle that cheap. We have some bundles for cards that have come out more recently, like Bullseye. There's a Diamondback Gold bundle. Kind of surprised to see this already, given that card just came out. It's not coming out till May, but if you're interested in picking up Diamondback and some credits, might not be a bad time to start saving that gold. There's an Arrow bundle. Always like to see those. Otaku Outlaw Gwenpool. No price on this one yet, though. We have a Feisty Fireworks Jubilee. Some resource bundles. The Squirrel Girl one, which apparently has a unique token. I don't know if it'll show it here. Maybe not, but I have seen that. There is a squirrel with nuts in its mouth for the variant token. Always need to see those. Marvel Boy bundle. These generic ones. Some web shop gold bundles. I imagine these will be expensive, but I guess we'll see. And then we have the weekly web shop ones where it's just like some currency and a variant, which these are fine if you actually really want the variant. I think they're decent value, but otherwise not so much. I think this one's actually a returning variant from an old season pass. I think this was from the Thor season pass. So interesting. Yeah, Source season pass. So if you missed the Thor season pass and the chance to get the variants from it that they reran, there you go. You have a chance to get Heimdall. And that is the Datamine review. So nothing super duper crazy, but the cards look cool. The new season looks neat. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I always like some X-Men stuff, and I think there's some pretty cool designs here. We also saw some buffs to some of the cards that are going to be upcoming in April, namely Hydra Stomper, Captain Carter. But yeah, looks pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. This is all for the May season, so if you haven't watched the last video, we did go over all the What If cards, and I'm looking forward to that quite a lot, mainly because I really love the Ultron with the stones, but I think there are quite a few interesting designs coming next season, and as we saw today, there are definitely some cool ones coming in May as well. So that's going to wrap it up for the video. Links in the description if you want to check out this stuff for yourself. Let me know what you think about the Datamine cards in the comments below. I'd love to hear it, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.